Welcome back to the channel. Here I'm just walking my backyard. It's a little bit messy back here, trying to decide what's going to be the next project we're going to work on. I got a couple things here. Well, I could show them off a little bit. Don't mind the snow, and I know it's almost a shame to see this stuff out here, but kind of running out of storage. But right here I have my 86 notchback Mustang. Then we have Project Step 10. That's my stepdad's truck. C10, I think it's a 64. We have a new engine going in that guy, hopefully soon. And then on the other side over here, I got my 1980 Camaro that we're going to do a full paint job on, is anyway the plan. But I have this other project that I've been putting off, and it's probably not as fun, but I need to get it done, so I'm thinking I'm going to make it part of the channel. Let's have a look at it. So there she is. It's my flatbed 18-foot tilt and load. Right now it's got it's rated for 7,500 pounds, or no, it'd be 7,000 pounds, as it's got two 3,500 pound axles, and everything's a little bit beat on it at this point. It's got two different lights on the back. This one's all broken. Trailer's completely solid though. But I would like to redo all the wiring, and I'm going to change the axles, wheels, tires. It's got a manual lift here, and I'm thinking of putting two tanks with maybe an air lift instead, as it takes forever to lift it. But anyway, there she is. Plans to put two 5,000 pound axles on it. So the trailer technically would be rated for 10,000 pounds at that point, minus the weight of the trailer. I know the trailer's not necessarily meant to tow that much weight, but if you put anything over 6,000 pounds on it, it just crushes the suspension on it, so I can't even put a half ton on it. And I have in the past, and I just don't like to tow unsafe like that. So the idea is to go ahead and put some bigger axles, bigger tires. It'll be a little bit stronger, and I'm not looking to tow 8,000 pounds with it, just vehicles, half tons or whatever. So that'll be plenty. So stay tuned, and we will tackle that as soon as I can get it in the garage. I just finished would be a 2000, I don't even know, it's a mishmash of a couple cars or trucks. It's, I think, a 1999 half-ton cab or something like that, but it's a 3/4 ton truck. So it's all been, I guess the truck was rotten, I'm assuming, at some point, and they put this cab on it. So I ended up doing a full complete paint job on it. Here's a clip of it. And I think that truck turned out pretty good. Now the idea is to get that out of here so I can start on the next project. So I think we're going to do the trailer. And then I have also a Miata that we got to do. So Miata is also going to be a complete color change. Whenever I have time, I guess. Well, it's a little bright out here, but I got the trailer hooked up to the truck. And I'm going to try to give it a tug. I hope it comes out. It's a little bit buried in the snow. But let's see what happens. I'm not going to be able to record that part of it because I don't have a stand out here. Well, I got her in 4x, and let's see what happens. Well, that's not too promising. Found myself a little bit of help, so we should be able to get this tackled in no time. Not that I necessarily want to bore you guys with me backing up a trailer, so I just wanted to show literally how close this is. Couple inches to spare there. And I'm literally touching the seal here. So I pretty well need to make sure I straighten out right away. And once that's through, the rest should be smooth sailing, I hope. Well, I got it in. Okay. It was really fucking tight. Really close. I ended up having to take off the front wheels, as you can see there. I'll turn the camera around in a minute. I turned on the wheels around, or off the ground. I put it on dollies, and my girlfriend had this bright idea of taking the front wheels off, and that worked great. That was a good idea. Here, I'll show you. So I had these two wheels in the back on the dollies, but those still touching the ground. I was like, well, what the fuck? My other dolly's underneath an engine in that corner over there, so I knew I wasn't using that. Just take the wheels off. And man, that saved us some trouble. But this is perfect. I'll be able to lift it up from back here. It just fits in here, like it doesn't fit through the bars there, or through the posts. And I have a heated side and a cold side. So I'll be able to close this door. Oh. And be alright. I guess I would have to move that. But yeah, this is great. How fun starts. Alright, so just going through all the trailer shit that I have, and I have a little bit more than I thought I did. I have some lights, some wiring, some more lights, some D-rings, a trailer, like a spare tire mount. Actually, I think I got two of those. One of them's hidden in the corner over there, that I know. But this is cool. Like, I was forgetting, I've had like two flatbed trailers now, and I had saved some parts for the last one, which I ended up selling to buy this one because I liked that it was a tilt and load. So I basically had just cleaned up the other one and sold it the way it was, and then used that money to buy this one. It wasn't perfect, but it was decent when I bought it. All the lights worked and stuff, so I pretty much just ran it to the ground to where it's at now. Now it's still a very solid trailer, but it definitely needs attention. Obviously, in some of the video or some of the scenes that you'll see, the wires are hanging and the lights are broken, and there's actually two different lights and this and that and the other thing. So it's definitely time, and I'm looking forward to doing this. But anyways, check out the stuff that I have. This is the plan for the trailer. I'll go over it really quick, and then I'm going to try to mock it up in the air, partly with the hoist. Stands might be a little bit sketchy, but once it's up there, it won't be sketchy. It's just to get it up there, I think might be a little bit tricky. But here, check it out. So here's the light brackets that I purchased. So these were just purchased off Amazon, actually. It came with the lights and everything needed to mount these. So it had an LED light. I ended up using the lights on another trailer I had because I needed some in a pinch, but it's got a hole in it for the wiring and everything. I don't know why there's a broken zip tie in there. So the plan is to cut this guy out. Here, I'll back up a bit so you can see. So the idea is to cut this garbage light out and then weld this in place. And I think this will be nice and solid. Doesn't stick out too far. It's less than the fender. Can't really tell, I guess, with that. And then, it'll be sturdy enough if you step on it. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut these guys out. And then in this stuff, I have some of these, but those will probably break, so I'm not going to use that. And then I'm thinking of putting these in. So I'll have two red ones at the back. They're just cheap lights from Princess Auto, but they'll do the trick. Ended up buying some on Amazon that I completely forgot I even had. I got some of these that maybe I'll put, but I'm kind of doubting. I think I want to keep the lights pretty much all the same. So I'm thinking I'm going to change this configuration here and put a light on a 45 here and then kind of fix the way this looks, because eventually I want to put a bit of a skirting on the fender just to dress it up a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to build this skirting that the light can kind of come here. It doesn't have to go over there, so Just reinforce it like that. I could put that rectangle light there, or just eliminate that altogether. A little bit of stuff here. Then I'm thinking maybe just a penny bulb here. But someone had cut this front bar because we have a winch that can be put in there, but I don't even think that winch interferes with this bar, so I'm not sure why they cut it. So I'm thinking of putting a round bar across the top here. If I do that, I might eliminate these bars and redesign it so it looks a little bit better. But we'll see. I'm not 100% sure, but it definitely needs attention. All these scraggly wires, this weird ass junction box, this battery tray, or the battery emergency battery switch or whatever is broken. So I want to get that all sorted out, and then just give everything a quick paint job. It would be due for some planks, but I'm not going to get carried away with that right now. This is kind of phase one for this build. So that's going to be the ultimate plan. Just get it roadworthy. So I'll lift it up in the air. I'm going to run new channels for the wiring because those have rotten. I guess because it's thinner metal. All the frame itself is still structurally sound and strong, but the channels for the wiring are completely out of, like, non-existent. So the wires are hanging, and I got nowhere to zip tie them anymore. So without drilling holes in the frame, but to protect the wiring and have a proper spot to run them through is going to be the best way to go. It's kind of hard to see, but the wires are all hanging. The lights are broken. So I am planning on putting a new light bar there. It's obviously there for a reason. I think if you stand far back enough, you will see it. So I'm gonna stick it back in there. I'll get a nicer one, I think. We'll see. I'll weigh that option later. As I get there, it's a little bit crusty, but it is solid. Just rusty. And then this is the wiring that we purchased. So it's just spools of all the different colors that you have on your trailer. It's just Amazon wiring. It had decent reviews. And to be honest, the Princess Auto wiring tire that we have here, that wiring sucks. So I can't see that being much worse. It's all from China. So I'm gonna make my own harness. I was thinking of buying a harness that's already made, but sort of like, this junk. You can buy these kits, but these, like, you can literally snap that if you just pull too hard. To me, this is fucking junk. I use it to get myself out of a bind. I bought a couple kits thinking they'd be better, and they're still junk. Even this, like, it's a little bit bigger, but they don't seem to all be that, like, I don't find that great either. So there's really no perfect solution. I'm sure if you went through like a big electrical company, maybe you can get some better wiring. But off the shelf, Canadian Tire, Princess Auto, Amazon, online, this is pretty much what I'm finding. So I'm just gonna make my own wiring harness. I think if I have it all properly loomed and stuff, it'll hold up. It'll be fine. So we'll see. We'll put it together. It'll work for now. If there's a problem down the road, for the amount of money I spent not wiring, no harm, no foul. Well, there she is, lifted up, pretty much to shoulder height, which is perfect because I'm short, so I'll be able to wheel under there with my little wheelchair. Well, wheel stool. That guy. I don't have a wheelchair. But I got that wheel stool that I don't even know if that would be tall enough. Maybe I went too high. But it's pretty secure. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I have 3 jack stands at the front. The main 2 stands that hold up like axle stands or whatever. And then just one general jack stand. And then the hoist down on the locks and holding up the back. And it's got 4 legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. The middle ones are not actually touching anything yet. But I will set that up after. before I jump into it. But here's a good way, or never mind, a good way. Here's gonna be a good look. Hold on. Never mind the mess on the counter. In this mess, there's a flashlight, headlamp light. I need to get this cleaned up before I start on this. I usually get a little bit carried away and excited and get the project set up, and I don't clean. But I promise you that all of this will be put away. And here's my handy dandy light, Amazon special, but it works very well. So there's a crustiness. I promise you it's solid. But look at those wires just dangling everywhere. And like this is it's crusty right there, but it's like the undercoating, like it's solid. Just crusty. Obviously it's been wired more than once. So I'm gonna pull all that out of there. But yeah, sorry for the crappy angle on the camera. There it is. I'm gonna shut this light off. So, trailer's ready to go. It's all up in the air. Time to cut some shit off. Clean out the wiring, get rid of all the wiring. Get rid of leaf springs. That'll drop the axles. And then, hopefully I can sell those. I'm sure somebody will want them. And then we're gonna throw those outside. And I'm gonna throw them out, hopefully I sell them right. I'm gonna throw them outside, clean up under there. I'm gonna paint where it's gonna be easy to get to, and then I'll put the axles in. But I'll probably do all the wiring harness before the axle because it'll be a lot easier. Nothing will be in the way. I'll be able to crawl underneath, get that all done. Wires, whatever I want to weld on the sides done, and the wheels won't be in the way. And then I'm thinking of fluid filming it, so I'll get it all sprayed with fluid film underneath, and then go from there. I gotta go pick up the axles. They're at a friend's house. So that's about almost a 2-hour trip by the time I get there and back. So I'll probably do it on the way to work, or when I go to work, something like that. And then, yeah, so hopefully in the next couple days, this thing will be all done. I presume a week. So it's Sunday today. I'm hoping by next Sunday it'll be done. I'm actually not realistically, hoping anyway, be done by Friday. But we'll see. Depends how much time I get in the garage without getting in shit while the kids are in the house, wrecking the place. My old lady's in there taking care of them. Good times. Stay tuned. And next time you see me, we'll be jumping deep into this trailer and hopefully completing it. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff to see more projects. Stay tuned.